Today, we're diving into something that's absolutely critical for any successful hotel opening. How do you build a truly world-class housekeeping team that's ready to deliver excellence from the very moment you open your doors? Well, it all starts with strategic leadership before the first guest even thinks about checking in. Let's break down the blueprint for getting it right.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm an AI expert specializing in modern hotel operations, and it's a real pleasure to be here with you today.
I especially want to welcome all the students from Europe Hotel School. We're going to explore some really practical, real-world strategies that blend timeless leadership with a kind of technology that's shaping our industry. So let's jump right in. So here's our game plan. We'll start with a really important mindset shift. Then we'll talk about how to actually define success using KPIs. From there, we'll look at coaching in action, see how AI is changing everything, and then pull it all together into a performance cycle. And finally, we'll see the incredible difference all this makes on opening day. First up, let's talk about the single most important transition an executive housekeeper has to make before a hotel opens. It's a huge shift in focus, moving away from just doing tasks to actually building people. Look, it's so easy to get buried in ordering linens and checking supply lists. But your real job, your number one priority, it's to build your leadership team. You have to think of yourself as the architect of your department's culture. Your supervisors need you to coach them and develop their skills before the chaos of daily operations hits. Now that is the strategic shift. Okay, so you've embraced this new coach mindset. Great. But what does success actually look like? How do you measure it? If you don't define the target, you can't really expect your team to hit it. And that's where key performance indicators, or KPIs, are absolutely essential. To put it simply, a KPI is a number that tells you if you're winning or losing. It's not a vague feeling or some general observation. Nope. It's a hard, measurable metric that connects directly to the hotel's biggest goals. And this right here is a total game changer. When you set these metrics before you open, you're replacing subjective reviews with objective facts. Suddenly, everyone on your team knows exactly what they are responsible for. This builds a culture of fairness and high performance right from the very beginning. Now, this slide is fantastic because it breaks down a supervisor's job into 3 core areas. First, you have quality, which you measure with guest feedback. Then there's efficiency, think minutes per room. And so importantly, you have people. Are you keeping your team happy and engaged? The secret here is balance. If you focus only on efficiency, quality will probably slip. If you ignore your people, both quality and efficiency are going to suffer down the line. A great leader knows how to push for excellence across all 3 pillars. So once you have those clear KPIs in place, your role as a coach really comes to life. See, it's not enough to just give people goals. You have to actively get in there and help your new managers build the skills they need to actually hit them. During pre-opening, your coaching has to be super practical. We're talking about guiding your supervisors through the, let's be honest, controlled chaos of getting inventory and training new staff. It's about role-playing those tough conversations, like how to handle a conflict with the front office. These dedicated one-on-one sessions, that's where you forge confident, capable leaders. All right, now let's talk about how technology is putting this whole process into overdrive. This is where things get really, really interesting. We are moving past traditional feedback and into a new era of data-driven leadership, and it's all powered by AI. And this comparison just lays it all out. Traditional feedback is so often based on a gut feeling, right? I think your team could be a bit faster. But AI-supported feedback, that's based on cold, hard data. The data shows rooms in your zone are taking 15% longer, specifically in the bathroom. See the difference? It is specific, it's objective, and you can act on it immediately. So, how does this all work behind the scenes? Well, it's basically a 3-step process. First, the AI pulls in tons of data, things like inspection scores and guest reviews. That's data integration. Second, it analyzes all that information to find patterns. That's pattern analysis. Maybe it sees that one zone consistently gets low scores for bathroom cleanliness. And finally, prompt generation. The system gives you a specific, data-backed coaching point, so you can have a really precise and helpful conversation with your supervisor. Okay, the final piece of our blueprint is the system that holds everything together, the performance management cycle. Think of this as the engine that's going to drive continuous improvement and keep everyone accountable. The most important word on this slide is continuous. This is not, I repeat, not a once-a-year review that everybody hates.
It's an ongoing process of checking in, giving feedback, and making small adjustments in real time to help your team win. So, a modern, effective cycle has it all. You've got your regular, informal check-ins, but also the more formal reviews. And crucially, there's a really clear, transparent link between someone's performance against their KPIs and their chances for a promotion. And of course, you can't forget recognition. Celebrating great work is absolutely key to keeping your team fired up. So, you've put in all this strategic work during the pre-opening phase. What's the payoff? What does all this effort actually get you when you finally unlock the doors and welcome that first guest? The result is what I call the day one difference. Your leaders aren't walking around guessing what you want from them. They know. Performance reviews are fair and based on facts. You've built a culture that doesn't just manage people, it actively grows them into better leaders. And the ultimate outcome? Your department delivers outstanding service. Not after 6 months of painful trial and error, but from the very first guest. And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. As amazing tools like AI start handling more of the data analysis and the admin work, what does the role of the human leader become? How do we use this technology not to replace us, but to free us up to focus on the things only humans can do? Coaching, motivating, and creating truly unforgettable experiences for our guests. Answering that, well, that's the future of hospitality leadership.